family computer issues with Outlook, doing some troubleshooting. So I got that done for now. Hopefully it doesn't come back. Emails going directly to the junk box, so trying to solve that issue. But wanted to get on here and do a quick little update this morning. I'm still working on these 3 projects. One is a feature, 2 are short films, and they're coming along good. Made some big progress yesterday, editing and opening, working closely with the director, trying to get the opening sequence the way he wanted it. So we finally got that where he wanted it. He likes it. I'm happy. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. What it was there were some details. It's a horror film, so there were a elaborate montage at the beginning, what that establishes the character, it establishes the story. So they shot a lot of B-roll of images that give the backstory. So they were supposed to go in a specific order, and I finally made contact with him, and we worked out the details of what order he wanted to go in, and we got that polished up. Looks nice, really good. I'm gonna add some credits to it in between the little image flashes that we had. So it's gonna be a nice opening with some music. So that problem was worked out. So now moving on back onto the longer project, and that's going really smooth. It's going to take a couple of passes as far as editing goes. When you're editing, and I mentioned this earlier in other videos, the reason I don't sit in anymore and edit with clients, because there's, how can I say it, layers. If you think of a timeline, a video editing timeline, sometimes the effects go on one, the sound effects go on one, the music goes on one, the dialogue goes on one, the atmosphere goes on one. And so when you're doing the very first pass, you know there are things missing, so you just leave those out until later. You work with the dialogue and the picture to do the very first cut. So that's what I'm doing that's how I edit everything. I do the dialogue and the picture first, and then I go back, and depending upon how I feel or the difficulty of the project, you go on to the other layers. And then there's another layer of color correction or any special effects. Now this feature I'm working on has a bunch of special effects, like some gunshots and kind of things like that, and then sound effects that are just the audio effects that need to be added later on a separate audio track layer. So it's more complicated than the normal things I do. And it's fun, it's interesting. And it brings me back to the days when I was editing features for distribution on the big days of DVD, and when there were home rental stores and there was a big need for B movies. I edited a lot of B movies back in when I was younger and just got into editing. So this brings you back to those days. There's a lot of content needed on the internet now. So there's a lot of places to output stuff. A lot of you may know about Film Hub, and if you don't, if you're interested in filmmaking, you may want to check Film Hub out. Some people are having problems with it. To me, I haven't investigated it in a while. I moved more on to here with you guys on YouTube. This is going to be my outlet. I'm really not into as much as I was before creating stuff and putting it through Film Hub and then trying to get it distributed on other platforms. I'm more into now creating content here on YouTube, and that's why I told you I'm going to create original content for YouTube, and I'm going to distribute it right here on the YouTube platform, and then go out and get other sponsors and things like that. So that's my plan. I kind of abandoned my Film Hub plans where I was going to create content, original content, and then distribute it through them out to larger distributors. I really don't have the energy anymore to try and go through that level of distribution where you have to continue to deal with so many gatekeepers. I kind of like what I have here on YouTube, what I'm finding. If I like something and I want to do it, like right now, as a matter of fact, and this is on a really small micro scale, but I decided a few minutes ago that I would come sit on my front porch and do my vertical live stream to you guys today. And no gatekeepers. Nobody I had to convince whether I could do this or not, where I would shoot it, who would be in it. And then once it's done, convince somebody that, viewers will come in and look at it. So, I mean, that's just a micro version of what distribution is. You create a project, and then say, for instance, you want to go through Film Hub to try to see if you can get it on Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, any of the major streaming services. You have to have some upfront funding to create a project that's up to those production levels, up to those standards. And, you know, it's a lot of work. And I did that many times when I was younger. And I'm just not into that anymore. I guess I've kind of moved on. I really enjoy the freedom of just creating now. And I want to create content that can help you guys here on YouTube, give you advice. You guys who have the youth, who have that drive, who have that desire to create content, and go for the Hulus, go for the Amazon streaming, go for the Netflix streaming deals. So there's a lot of need out there. And again, I have experience that can help you, lead you in that direction. So that's really what my channel is about, helping actors, directors, and editors. Please go to my channel, take a look at it. You'll see a lot of content on there. You'll see a lot of my original content on there too. And I'm not ignoring you guys down here in the, I'm not ignoring you guys down here who are checking in. I thank you, Crane. I think it says James Gonor, I think. And I'm so sorry, Canton Crane, I think. Crane. Thank you guys for stopping in. I have a hard time seeing my little inserts down here. Usually what I do, and I want to mention it now, when I do my live streaming on Sundays, I do a live stream on Sundays where I answer questions and answers. Come to my channel on Sunday, look for the live section. You'll see me there at noon, California time, Pacific time, Los Angeles time, however you want to look it up. Look it up based on where you are and see what the time difference is. We still have that time difference around our country. So yeah, you find out the time difference, but it's noon LA time. I'll be on my channel doing a live stream. And what I want to do, I've been answering questions by email for people, general questions. What I want to do, if you're working on any particular project, I would love to answer questions if you need any advice, if you need any somebody to bounce an idea off of. So I want to do that on my live show, which will be Sundays at noon. And I will always try to make sure I'm there. Even if I'm out and about, I'll stop and at noon, wherever I'm at, LA time, and do my show. Answer your questions if I can. So I want to try to make this Sunday show a consistent thing. And I'd love you guys to shoot me some emails if you want me to answer those on the Sunday show, or you would just like to receive an email directly from me, or join me live on the Sunday show and ask some questions. But the reason I brought it up right now is because what I do on the Sunday show, I have YouTube Studio open right on my desk. I usually stream right here off of my cell phone. That way I have the ability to pivot if I need to. Because a lot of times I like to show you stuff on my laptop or physically show you something. Or I like to move. If I want to move, if I want to change my seating. So that's why I enjoy streaming more off of my cell phone. I have that ability. I guess it's my directing background where I want to have control of the camera. When I'm streaming and I'm sitting right in front of my laptop and I have to make sure I stay in frame because the laptop camera can't pan, I like to have the ability to move my camera when I need to. So again, that's why I stream off of my cell phone. So if you haven't seen my stuff, please go to my channel, look over some of my content. And what I'm going to start asking you guys too is to go through some of my playlists. I've created some playlists with comedy, with some training for actors, directors, and editors. But the humorous stuff is there too. So I'd like you to look at that. That is my goal, and I'm going to keep moving towards it. I'm meeting with an actress maybe on Friday. I have to confirm it for another production. I'm doing some comedy with a comedian you'll see on my channel, Vic. And we're going to do more elaborate stuff with Vic. We haven't decided what to do yet. I want to put him in some skits. I just need to get back on the East Coast. Vic is based in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm out here in Los Angeles. So me and him are going to collaborate and come up with some skits. And I would like to do a sketch comedy thing with Vic. So that's something that I'm going to do also. I'm going to start planning that shortly. But yeah, so that's going well. I need to get back in there and start doing some of my editing. Like I said, I had a slow start today, solving some computer issues with our home computer, trying to get email to come in. It was putting all the email, my wife's email, all of her emails were going into the junk file in Outlook. So I think I solved that. I hope it works. So we'll see. But that took me off my schedule. But I don't want to forget you guys. I always like to jump on this vertical live stream. That's where a lot of you guys are discovering me. You're seeing my work here. I just tapped the camera to brighten it up a bit. I hope it wasn't that dark the whole time. Oh, I didn't notice it. But I hope you can hear me well. And again, I'll jump back on later on today. And again, I'll be Sundays, noon, Pacific Standard Time, California time, LA time, whatever you want to call it. But it'll be noon, California time. And I'll be answering your questions and answers live. And I'll have my YouTube studio up so I can see you guys down there a little bit better. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And I will be back later today to give you an update on hopefully how I made some good progress editing, which I'm going to go do right now. Talk to you soon.